here's your Farm and Ranch Report from the Northern Ag Network.
Hello everyone, it's time for today's Farm and Ranch News. Today we see that the requirements for beef trade with China was laid out this week by the USDA as China reopens its beef market to the U.S. for the first time since 2003. The release of the technical requirements marks some of the final steps for U.S. packers to send beef to China. The agreement was part of a U.S.-China 100-day action plan announced May 11th by the Secretaries of Commerce and Treasury. Opening the trade has been a top priority for the livestock industry and elected officials since the ban was put into place.
Well, for the first time in 13 years, Montana beef is now going to be shipped into China. China is the world's second largest beef market, and after 2 official trade missions I've taken to Beijing, including pressing the Premier of China and endless conversations with the Trump and Obama administrations, the ban on U.S. beef imports into China is over. Montanans know that U.S. beef is the highest quality in the world, and now our producers can compete on a level playing field. On my next trip to Beijing, I'm looking forward to seeing Montana beef on my plate.
According to the USDA, beef will have to come from cattle less than 30 months of age. Cattle must be traceable to their U.S. birth farm with a specific identification tracker or to the first place of residence or port of entry. USDA has specific standards for the identification tags for both the livestock and beef. Carcasses will have to be uniquely identified and controlled. Also, beef must come from cattle born, raised, and slaughtered in the United States or from cattle imported from Canada or Mexico that were either further raised or went to direct slaughter. USDA has a specific list of chilled or frozen bone-in and deboned products eligible for export. Exporters will also have to ensure beef products do not contain any growth promotants, feed additives, or other chemicals, including ractopamine, that are prohibited by Chinese law. Any shipments with such prohibited substances will be rejected, returned to the U.S., or destroyed. And last week at the Wyoming Cattle Industry Convention, United States Senator John Barrasso talked beef trade with China.
I visited with the stock growers today about things that we can do in Congress to basically get rid of some of the bad regulations that were as part of the last administration. We have a president that understands that regulations make it a lot harder for us to do business and sell our product. Talked a lot about trying to do more with beef exports. I've taken beef to China, and President Trump at the meeting with the President of China in Florida served beef. I mean, that's really key. And just last week I was in Vietnam with Senator John McCain, and we were talking about beef exports.
In 2015, China started accepting Mexican beef, and in 2016 approved beef trade with Canada. Currently, Mexico is the second largest importer of U.S. beef, and Canada the 4th largest. U.S. beef in terms of volume with the U.S.-China trade deal could be estimated to be worth billions. For more, visit us at northernag.net.